Okay, there are a lot of things going on, and as I stated in other videos, a lot of things that happen in my life that I experienced a lot of things, and I'm not ashamed to say. And I was just talking with somebody the importance of sharing, but we seem to have some of us, and I'm not boxing everybody in this box, but some of us seems to have a difficult time and when we receive information and sharing it with somebody else. I say this again, knowledge is power, especially for my people. Knowledge is power. There are so many things out here that can assist, and we don't take the time to research or to find out. But we live in such a time right now that there are various people that's hurting, they're suffering, they have a great need for many things. And again, if you have money, this does not affect you and you can never understand. And I've seen on my Twitter page when you make statements, sometimes people say, well, you should pay your bills. It's not about what I should do or what about anybody should do. You can pay your bills. But when people get into a position, they don't have a job, there's no income, the unemployment cut off, they've been denied for everything. It makes it difficult to provide for your family, point blank, period. But what I want to say is the system that we have sucks. And I don't care what nobody's saying about what I'm saying, it is the truth. You have family members, you have people that you know that have been out of a job for a long periods of time. To get any kind of assistance, it sucks. And the funny part is, if you owe the state, the government, any kind of money, they take theirs right away. But when they owe you something, it's a process. And we seem to be okay with this process. And I keep saying, one person can't keep crying out to make a difference. It takes a village. That means everybody to make a difference. My need may not be your need, and somebody else's need may not be your need, but we all have a need in some shape, form, or fashion, and we need to speak out. Again, as I stated in other videos, people campaign for your vote. We need to make them work for it. Our system is failing because we allow it to. And you can say what you want. We play a part. They make decisions on what we push back on. And we need to push back a little more on things that's important to us. Our kids' future, our kids' education, getting old, retirement. It's some things that need to be important. If you have lost your job and you have worked 30, 10, 15, 20 years, and you need some assistance, why would I go to an agency and I show to you that I have lost my job? I have unemployment papers that says this is the amount of money that I'm getting. I have rent. I have car notes. I have car insurance. I have groceries. I have gas to put in my car. And it's still not qualified for the assistance. Something is wrong with that picture. Very much so. And then we wonder why people go out, they stick up and they rob because the system pushes you to a point that you in survival mode. You don't know no other mode to do. There are women out here because they have children who have medical bills, have to sell their bodies or do things that they never thought they would do. And I tell anybody, never say never because you never know what situation you will get in and you need some funds and what you would do to get those funds. But we should not live like that. We should not live like that. We have too many churches on the blocks, around the blocks, as I said in other videos. We have churches that get money in consistently. And I'm not down in the church, but the purpose is if you in the community, you should help. We have agencies in various communities that could assist. Again, they get grant money. What is the problem with helping these people? Youth. We need seniors that have assistance. um, single mothers with children, single fathers with children. What is the problem? Why, when you go to CETA, their rule is if you don't have no income, you have to provide a letter that proves that somebody is taking care of you. If I show you on paper that I don't have any income, that is already a hardship. What the hell do I need to go get a letter if I'm already showing you I'm in a hardship? What is the problem? Then you got to sit 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks to contemplate on whether I can get some assistance. That is crazy as hell to me. Then you want people to bring you disconnection notes, or you got to wait till they get disconnected to get some assistance. Our system is screwed up, and I don't care what nobody say. These are facts. They are screwed up. We have these people on TV that's constantly lying. But the funny part to all of this, when they're out of jobs, they're not hurting. When a politician gets out of work, they still have an income coming in, but you make a decision to cut everybody else's income. Then you have people talking about people on link, but if you give them assistance or even provide them with some employment, we won't have to have all these people on link. Now, let me do a disclaimer here. Yes, there are some people who don't want to work. That's by choice. They don't want to work. They are lazy individuals. They like milking the system, and the system allow them to milk the system. But the people who really need to help can't get it. And it doesn't make any sense. There are people dying every day unnecessarily because they don't have insurance. Now, as they call the Obamacare, there are people complaining. But let me give you a FYI. The politicians use this same insurance. They've been using it for years. They family use it. So why, if it's good for them, why we can't have it? They're getting insurance off of your tax dollars, and we're okay with that. But soon as somebody put a little bug in your ear and say this is not for us, and blah, instead of us checking it out for ourselves, what's the benefits? What the good parts of it is, we go with what we hear other people say instead of taking it in for ourselves. I hope and pray through this video that you get off your behinds and do what you need to do. Write, call, email. You are entitled. You are a taxpayer. You work every day, and even if you're not working now, you have worked. So you're entitled to some things. Why should we have to suffer at the hands of somebody else and suffer in silence, and we're not going to say anything? It doesn't make any sense. You need to let your voice be heard. Again, as I say, if I have to cry, I cry by myself. But that's what I will do. So you should do the same thing, because it don't just affect you. It has a long range effect. Bottom line, the choice is yours.